Hey, so what I'm going to show you is a door-to-door sales method that makes it a bit more easier to prospect businesses for retail arbitrage or to flip a profit. And it's called Type to the Right. So if anyone's ever worked in sales or door-to-door sales, you are taught type to the right because you want to hit every possible business or home in the fastest, most efficient way possible. But just like any other business, what you have to do is plan and map out what you're going to do for the day. So I'm going to show you a location in Burbank that I have sourced and everybody else in Los Angeles has sourced. So you're not going to find any gems in this area, but it is a good layout to get you started. All right. So first you have to find an area that you want to work. A nice solid area locally where you know it's easy to get in, easy to get out. You're looking for stores that sell national brand name products. So keep in mind what you're looking for so that you don't get off track. If a store does not sell national brand name products, you are not interested. If a store does not sell easy to transport and ship products, you are not interested, because even if you do have a large truck, your large truck can't hold but so much. Even if you have a U-Haul truck, you know, it's just one U-Haul truck and it's way too much for this area, I promise you. But what you're looking for is national products or stores that sell national products that are easy to transport and then in return are affordable to ship to customers. And so when we start looking at lumber, desk, these products aren't easy to ship to customers, even if you can get it inside of your truck and your U-Haul. So first, let's choose our area. All right, so Victory Boulevard, where's my mouse? Where are you, little mouse? Here we are. Victory Boulevard is a major boulevard, all right? Magnolia Boulevard is a major boulevard. Buena Vista is a major boulevard. Empire, not so much, but we can work with it for today. So we can work with Empire for today and Victory. So what I just mapped out, if you see it, is a blocked off section. So Empire Victory, that's one cornered section. Victory Magnolia, that's 2 corners. Buena Vista Victory, that's 3. And then we go back up to Buena Vista Empire. So we're working this middle section just right in here. Now, for simplicity's sake, because what I'm going to do is bust a big old U-turn right up here at Victory and Empire and work my way back down to the shopping center, is first we're going to go at Victory Boulevard. And there are a few shops along the right-hand side of Victory, just a few. And I know you see the Toys R Us here, but the fact about it is when we make this U-turn and go back down Victory, we're going to hit those shops anyway, but we're trying to get the most possible. All right, so we're scrolling in. So I see like a few shops here. What I really meant is there's this Big 5 here. So when you walk into Big 5, yes, Big 5 sells national products. Yes, they have a clearance section. Yes, they have a last chance section. They have everything you are searching for in the Big 5 sporting goods store. Whenever you walk into a business, you want to work that business tight to the right. Just like you work the neighborhood, you want to work the neighborhood tight to the right. Will you see everything? No. Will you get everything? No. But what working tight to the right allows you to do is get a visual and a mental layout of the store, because this is not going to be the last time you come in and you work the store. You're going to come back and work the store. And the next time you work the store, you know where the clearance section is, you know where the bicycles are, you know where the baseball bats are. So something you didn't pick up on the first time, you may see the second or the third time. So we're at the store tight to the right. Get the visual and the mental layout. All you're looking for is really clearance merchandise, last chance merchandise, for national brand name products that are prepackaged, easy to transport, and easy to ship to customer. That's all you're looking for. It's not that big of a to-do list. All right. You can try to go into auto parts stores, because sometimes they do have those smaller items like gas caps on clearance. So you can find items in auto parts stores. I found a handful of items. They've always sold fast and they've sold well. So you can try auto parts stores. I'm not going to say you're going to walk out there with a big haul of merchandise, but generally what you find it at a good price, and it sells fast and it sells well. But like I said, it's only a handful of businesses from my personal knowledge on Victory Boulevard on the right hand side, but you're working your way up. So you're driving up Victory, you're driving up Victory, you're driving up Victory. And one reason Victory is good to start with, because eventually there's nothing else on the right hand side of Victory. So you see the freeway right here is the 5 freeway. So eventually, once you're going up Empire, there are no businesses over here because they're building a train station and there's a freeway. So there's nothing to work over here, which allows you, we're not going to go down Empire, it allows you to make that big U-turn into this shopping center, because all that time I was trying to get to this shopping center. And I didn't start there because for simplicity's sake, but once you know an area and you know where the good deals are, you can start wherever you want to start once you know the area. Right now, you don't know the area, and I want to show you how, if you're new to Type to the Right or if you're new to sourcing, how you should start. Hit up all the small shops and then go into the big parking lot with the shopping center. But try to get the small shops, then the big parking lot, all right? So we're in here. And so the first store you'll probably go to is a David Bridals. Now, I have walked into David Bridals, and they generally don't have much on sale. But if you do find a sale, what that sale will generally be on are tiaras, gloves, you know, the corsage for the prom. So there'll be small items, but generally David Bridal will just hold on to merchandise. But if they do have it, it's more likely to be like gloves, tiaras, along those lines. Go into Staples. Staples has a last chance section. They have a clearance section. You're going to work the store Type to the Right. You're looking for national brand name products that are pre-packaged, easy to transport, easy to ship. So what you can skip in Staples are the desk. You can skip the chairs, because those aren't easy to transport and easy to ship if you only have a car. So you're looking for, you know, boat bags. What else are you looking for? Maybe like calculators. You're looking for small things like that that are easy to transport. Maybe if they have like a couple printers for like $20, $30, those type of things. But you're not looking for desks, and you're not looking for chairs, especially if you only have a car. So you work the store Type to the Right. So now when you're walking around the store, you work it Type to the Right. They obviously have the aisles in the middle. The aisles in the middle, you work last. You always work the outside of the aisles first along the wall, and then you go up and down the aisles, and you slowly walk up and down the aisles and make sure you check the end caps. And the end caps are on the parts on the end of the aisle and the bottom shelf. For me, I've never seen a clearance section at eye level. It's either way at the very top and dusty, or way at the very bottom so no one's going to see it, or on the end caps. So make sure you check the very top, check the very bottom, check the end caps, because it's generally not at eye level where you're just going to say, hey, 99.9% off. And then you have to walk up and down every aisle. Obviously, you have aisles on both of your sides. You just, you know, you try to just walk slowly, and you try to just work each and every aisle. And like I said, with these stores, this is not the last time you're going to work the store. And you're not going to get everything, but you're going to keep coming back. And as you keep coming back, you'll see what's on sale, what's not on sale, where they put their clearance, where's their last chance section. So eventually in your mind, you'll know where everything is. Now you walk into Lowe's, Lowe's. And once again, like I said, you're not searching for large items. You're not in here searching for lumber or washing machines. But, you know, if you found those products and they were, you know, at a deep discount, and you had a partner with the truck, or you had a U-Haul and you could sell it, you should. But for individuals that only have a car or a small truck, you're not searching for washing machines and lumber. So you work the store Type to the Right, but as soon as you come to like the lumber section or the appliance section, and I mean lumber as in full lumber, not accessories to lumbers or accessories to appliances, because accessories are easy to transport and easy to ship. I'm talking about the full appliance or the full lumber. So you just work Lowe's and Home Depot exactly the same, Type to the Right. You can, you know, look over the larger items except for their accessories, and Lowe's, honestly, surprisingly, I mean, when they have clearance, and it is amazing. This is one of the stores where, you know, people return stuff that has been discontinued, and every day it happens, you can find something that's 90% off. Every day you'll find something 90% off at Lowe's. Target, you know, you just go in there and you work it tight to the right. And Target, because they have so much stuff, it is more difficult to work. So what I suggest is always just checking the end caps, because Target just has so much stuff, and so does Walmart. They just have so much stuff, and it's a variety of stuff that makes it so difficult to really narrow it down. But just work it tight to the right, you know, walk up and down every aisle. But just keep in mind, these aren't the last times that you're going to walk into the store, so you can always come back later at a later date. And once you've been through a couple Targets and you see what they all have, they sort of all have the same thing, but it's just so much stuff, and they're not all fast-selling merchandise. TJ Maxx, Nordstrom. TJ Maxx, I usually don't go near their clothes. TJ Maxx and Nordstrom, I try to stay away from their clothing section. I stick more towards health and beauty, accessories, because clothes are simply a freaking mess. But when you get more health and beauty, when you get more accessories, when you get more like the home area, you may do a little bit better. But like I said, once you start going into these stores, you know, time and time again, a few times, you see what they have, you sort of know what sells and what does not sell, and you know which areas to stay away from. So Michael's, Best Buy, Ulta, Walmart, walk through them all. So now we've just worked this entire shopping center, and this could take about half a day. If you're just getting started, it's going to take a full day, if not a couple days. If you did it a couple times, it's going to take like half a day, because honestly, you start to see the same things over and over and over again. You should hit Costco, because Costco also has a last chance section, or a clearance section. So we worked Victory tight to the right. We've made a U-turn on Victory, and we worked the parking lot with the shopping center tight to the right. So now we're at a major intersection, which is Burbank Boulevard. Now you should make a decision if you want to keep straight, which you perfectly can. It is just fine if you want to keep straight, or if you want to continue down Victory and hit these other shopping centers, because once you go down Victory and hit these other shopping centers, then you can make a right on Magnolia. And there's no particular right way when you're going to work this area, period. So you can make a right on Burbank, or you can make a right on Victory. I'm going to choose to finish up Victory, because I know from experience that Toys R Us is down here and the Hobby Lobby's down here. And if you started at the Big Five sporting goods store, you saw this Toys R Us, and God knows you're dying to get in that Toys R Us. And Toys R Us, you know, they are closing stores, if not going out of business. So go down Victory Boulevard, you know, you hit all the small shops, and then you hit Toys R Us. Like I said, work the store tight to the right. Tight to the right. And it's not about any type of method. It's about efficiency, mental and visual layout. Mental and visual layout is what you're going for. So when you start walking into stores, you learn their layout so that you know more or less where things are, and it helps you to work faster. So work the store tight to the right, even if you don't like it. Discipline is key. Work the store tight to the right, look and see what they have, and then you work those middle aisles one by one at the end to see what they have. But definitely Toys R Us clearance section, last chance section, closeout section. And you just go in there, you see what they have, you source the store. You do the same with those Hobby Lobby, and I think there's an auto parts store here. Let me scroll in. Yeah, there's O'Reilly here. So you just go in, you work all stores tight to the right, tight to the right. You have to learn this you have to learn it. I learned it in sales, doing door sales, talking about a hustle, but it works. It makes sure that you hit everything you're supposed to hit. So now we're going to make that right on Magnolia. All right, so we're on Magnolia. And like I said, if you map out your section ahead of time, you pretty much know what is and what isn't. If you just pull up Google Maps and you take a look, you'll see what's there and what's not there. And if you live in the area, or if you live close to the area, you sort of know what's there and what's not there. So let's scroll in a little and see what's here. Isn't this amazing? So we see transmission, barbershop, guns direct, floral fields, Doggy Avenue, etc. Let's look at the other side of the street. Fleet Sports. And if this, what I suggest, if this is your first time working Magnolia Boulevard, then you need to work both sides of the street, honestly, to see what is and what is not in there, because these look like a lot of small shops. So one thing you could do is pull on one of these streets. Let's say you pulled on Reef Street or Orchard Street, and I would say, honestly, just walk. You know, like walk a few blocks in and out of stores so you're not driving your car. Just walk and see what's in and out of stores versus driving your car, because if you ever see like a clearance section or a big sale, you can always just, because it's such a small shop, tell the owner you're going to bring your car around and you can just bring your car back. So that's what I would do. So when you get to one of these streets and you see, okay, there may not be too many big shops here, I would just park and walk. That's what I would generally do. I would just park and walk. I would walk inside of each business that may sell national products just to see what they have. And if they have it, great. If they don't have it, I didn't waste any gas money and I had a nice brisk walk. The weather's generally not cold in Burbank, so no problem. All right, so we finished up Magnolia. Let's ride over here to Buena Vista. Now, this portion of Buena Vista is not, they don't have many shops, so you're pretty much safe. And if you look at everything ahead of time, you can see these are houses. These are all houses. Then you get up to Burbank Boulevard, and Buena Vista is our stopping street. So if you want to run over to AutoZone, you're sort of dipping into the next day's territory, but you can if you're just dying to do it, like you haven't found anything that day. But once again, you look at Burbank Boulevard ahead of time. You try to get a feel for what's there. You have Dunn Edwards. And just because someone sells paint doesn't mean they don't sell paint brushes or paint accessories. So just because someone, you know, you think, oh, they just sell auto parts and anyone can walk into AutoZone, doesn't mean they don't have a clearance section. So yes, AutoZone has a clearance section. They have a good clearance section at that. Dunn Edwards, they do sell accessories. So you shouldn't just mark businesses off your list. But what you should do ahead of time is just go and try to see what's already there to see if you want to stop or not. U.S. Flooring, I've never actually walked in there, but they may have accessories. You want to go ahead of time and see if it's a store that might have accessories or if they sell national brand name products. All right. So if you start to map out your day ahead of time and you start to map out the area that you're going to work ahead of time, then you know where you're going and you're not going. CVS is a pharmacy. Yes, you should hit it. Ralph's is a grocery store. Yes, you should hit it. And yes, we're dipping over to the left-hand side of the road, but in this area, you really don't have too many shops. Like it's not like you have a lot of options. So when you're looking at limited options and you're just working a corner, you're okay. When your options are limited, you do what you have to do. All right. So like I said, it's just when you go up Buena Vista, there aren't that many shops on Buena Vista, this portion of Buena Vista. So, you know, you just really have to take what's there. So you see cosmetic supply, you could try that store. But that's pretty much the end of your day. That's the end of your day. There weren't that many shops on Buena Vista as compared to Victory Boulevard. So one thing that makes it easier for you to shop is, one, know where a big shopping center is, and try to have a big shopping center where it's not surrounded by, you know, 2 or 3 other shopping centers, because you will not be able to work 2 or 3 large shopping centers in one day. It is physically impossible unless you're working in a team to work 2 or 3 shopping centers. So try to find a place that has one big shopping center. That's really your target. Work your way up to that shopping center, work your way back down. Make sure you hit the smaller shopping center. Lay out your day so that you can see what's there. And then, like I said, most of this area is just neighborhoods. Like you really don't have anything that's left over after you have hit the big shopping centers. And that's pretty much it. Work it tight to the right. Make your target one large shopping center. Work your way up to that shopping center. Work your way back down. And then just work the block that you chose for that day tight to the right. And if your options are limited, if you have to, hop to the other side of the street for a moment, that should be okay.